Well, hello everybody. Welcome back as we continue down this crazy new lifestyle we're living. Our world's changed a lot in the last several weeks, hasn't it? So I wanted to talk today about some more tools that we can use. You know, it's important to have tools when we're under stress and anxiety, but more important than having those tools is actually using those tools. And, lots of things cause us stress and anxiety. The weather's getting much better here in the springtime in the Chicago area. Although last weekend we had almost 8 inches of rain and everything started flooding. And I feel really blessed. My basement's nice and dry. Unfortunately, my neighbor back here, right across from me, had 3.5 feet of water in his basement and just destroyed everything. So I feel really blessed that these things are working out well for me. My basement's dry, my house is dry, I'm healthy and I'm strong. So let's talk about quick and simple things you can do to change from being stressed to going to a more peaceful state of mind. And one of the things we know, and neuroscientists have discovered, is that the physiology of our body really determines how we feel inside. So in other words, your mind uses the exterior of your body and all of our senses to decide how it's going to feel. It almost uses it like a sensor or an alarm or a camera that's watching your patio to make sure nobody steals any of your Amazon packages. It uses the senses, your sight, your hearing, your sense of smell, taste, and feeling, as feelers out into the world to determine how you should feel emotionally, whether it should be a good emotion, a negative emotion, whatever it may be. So, when you really think about it, take a moment and really think about the last time you felt really stressed out, sad, angry, depressed, whatever the predominant negative emotion or feeling you've been feeling lately. And I want you to think about it for a second and notice how you carry yourself. Notice how you breathe. Notice how your posture was. And what you may find is that you had a tendency, if you were anxious and nervous and stressed out, you're breathing high and fast from your chest. You also might find that your body language is much more closed up. You're more slumped over. Perhaps you're curled up on a ball on a couch in a blanket. And that sends a message to your mind that this is how I'm supposed to feel. And your mind says, okay, let's go do that. So one of the greatest things and the simplest thing you can do is change the physiology of your body. We know that if you change the physiology of your body, your emotions will follow them. By the way, that comes from neuroscientists. That doesn't come from me. So if you are feeling sad, depressed, anxious, or stressed out, change what you're doing. So what do I mean by that? So if you're sitting there and you're stressed out, you're not sure why, or maybe you are sure why, notice yourself. Notice what you're doing. Clenched fists, not a good thing. So change your body language. Change what you're doing. Stand up. Strong, straight posture. Plant your feet firmly in the ground. If you have a chance to go outside and take a walk for 10 minutes outside. And if you can't, inside, start to look up at the sky. Put a really dumb, stupid grin on your face. Do something. Change the physiology of your body. Change it. And what you'll find is your emotions follow. You see, you can't have a positive physiology, an excited physiology, and have negative emotions. It creates a conflict inside of you. So if you're feeling sad, depressed, or stressed out, and you change your physiology of your body to confident, right? Power pose, right? You can't see it now. Hands on your hips, right? Doing the power pose, get your hands on your hips, feet more than shoulder length apart. Become from a position of strength. The more you do these things, you send a message to your mind, and your mind will change your emotions. So how can you use this to remind yourself to do this in your everyday life? Well, there's things we're doing every day that we haven't been doing before, and we're doing them a lot. Like, for example, we've been taught to wash our hands a lot. So if you're washing your hands a lot, what can you do? Every time, send this message to your mind. And the first few times, you're going to have to start to do this consciously. And at some point, you'll be able to do it automatically. Is every time you're washing your hands, when you're just moving that soap between your hands and you're washing, right, making sure you're getting all of your fingers nice and clean, because we've been taught how to wash our hands. When you're washing your hands and you're just feeling that soap between your hands, notice how good it feels. And then think about something good in your life, something that makes you happy, something that may be a good experience, something you're grateful for. But feel that wonderful feeling between your hands of the soap and the smoothness of the soap and the warm water. And think of something good. Think of something that makes you happy. And then do this now every time you wash your hands. And what will happen is after you've done this, making yourself having to do this consciously, you'll begin to do it automatically. Now, if you need a reminder to do it, because sometimes we have a tendency to forget, perhaps if you wash your hands in a certain place, in the kitchen or the bathroom all the time, put a post-it note above it saying, think of something happy. Give yourself a reminder that breaks your automatic routine that tells you, okay, I need to do this now. Washing your hands feels good. Makes me happy. Makes me feel real good. How about many of you are wearing masks when you go out in public? So then the reason we wear a mask is not to prevent us from contracting the virus, but to help us show respect to the people around us that we are not spreading our germs. So think about this. Every time you put on your mask, use that as a reminder. Think about when you're putting on your mask, why you're putting on your mask. What are you doing? I'm showing respect to everybody else in this world. I'm showing other people that I am kind and loving towards them. And then think about something in your life that makes you feel good as you're putting on your mask. As you're putting on your mask, think about the kindness and love you have for other people in your life. Maybe your parents, your friends, your spouse, your children, whatever it may be. But use that putting on of your mask as doing something good, because you really are doing something good. You're showing kindness and love and respect to other people. But think about those things that make you feel that way. Think about the people in your life that are important to you as you put on that mask. And then every time you put on that mask, it makes you feel good. Washing your hands, putting on your mask are all reminders of things that make you feel good. And if you're having a moment where you don't feel so good, change the physiology of your body. Stand up, put your hands on your hips, put yourself in a power pose. Maybe look up at the sky with a big stupid grin on your face and just wait. Slow down your breathing. Consciously make yourself take a few, 3, 4, 5 slow, deep breaths in and out, and begin to slow down. Begin to relax. Begin to feel better about yourself. Begin to think about who you really are and what you are. So these are simple things you can do, but they can't help you unless you do them. So give yourself reminders. Put a post-it note up above your sink, and every time you feel that warm water and the smooth soap between your hands and it feels good, think about something that makes you feel good, something that makes you happy, something you're grateful for. And when you're putting on that mask, remind yourself why you're putting on that mask, because you're showing kindness, love, and respect to the people around you. And then think about the people in your life that you love, that you care about, that make you feel good, that are important to you. If you think about it, all these things are really pretty simple. They're really pretty easy. And if you really think about it, they'll make sense to you. So, have a great day. Talk to you soon. Take care.